Hello, everyone. It's Paint with Rick. I'm going to do an easy painting today for beginners. So, I'm a professional landscape artist here in Seattle. If you're already an advanced painter, just ignore what I'm saying. But if you're new, you want to listen to what I'm saying, then you can learn my style. I sell a lot of paintings, so if you do what I do here, your paintings will sell too. You could become a professional painter. If you've always wanted to be a painter, you can learn something here. and I'm trying to be humble. Let's start. We're going to have a blue grayish sky with some cool clouds, a mountain, some water, and some trees. Nothing that hard. I'm going to try and make it easy for beginners. So let's just put some blue up here. Blue, I mixed a little, this is ultramarine blue with some, I mixed it with some white. Because if you put the color right out of the tube, it's going to be very dark. You don't want it that dark. Uh, and what I do is I mix a little linseed oil. I dip my brush in the linseed oil, then I'll grab some paint, and then it moves on the canvas a lot easier. So there's nothing on here. So I know if you're used to doing the Bob Ross technique, he puts white down here first, and then you blend your colors into the white. But with my technique, you're going to find out how easy it is to make clouds. Anybody can do it. And it's really easy when you don't have that white underneath messing up your clouds. All right, that's enough blue. We're going to put some white in these corners now. Titanium white with the same brush. Just wipe it off. Dip into your linseed oil, and then just put a little white on your brush. I'm using chip brushes. You can get these at Michael's. You don't have to use expensive oil brushes, but I mean, I do have them. But these are just cheaper, and when they go bad, I just throw them away. So buy some more. They're like 50 cents. So, all right, there's our sky. Let's run some water with the same brush. Grab that blue that you used for the sky, and let's put some water down here. Just horizontally, just run your water on your canvas. Doesn't have to be perfect right now, because we're going to have trees and bushes in here. So just fill your canvas in kind of like this. You have the luxury of pausing it, and I'm going to go fast though for the video. All right, that's going to be water down there. Let's do something with our sky real quick. I'm going to lightly blend it, and then we're going to run some cool clouds across here. We'll put our mountain down here somewhere. So I'm going to grab a smaller chip brush, like 1.5 inches, and we're going to run some white, titanium white. What I'm going to do is we're going to put in like what would be the top of a cloud here. Just push it in all the way across the canvas, just like that. Just the top part of the cloud. Okay. Now with the same brush, wipe it off and pull the color down into this blue. Let it blend with the blue underneath, okay? With this technique, you're not going to lose your cloud because we want it to mix with the blue underneath. Now you got to grab a blender brush. I just use a chip brush, a clean one for blending. I have other blending brushes I haven't tried yet. Look at this one I bought. It's really soft. I just don't want to try it yet. I'll try it on the next video. But now you're going to blend just the part you pulled down. Just lightly come in here and, can you hear that? Just blend that. Don't hit the top part of the cloud. You're just blending the bottom to soften it up a bit. And if you hit the top, it's okay. You can actually, we want it to remain white up there, because if you blend the top part, you'll lose this whiteness. Cool. Let's see how that looks. I want to make sure I'm not getting a glare anywhere. Yeah, I'm getting a little glare here. Let me see. That's a little better. Sorry about the light glare. I'm trying to find a good place to record. Let's do another cloud right below this one. Just the top part of the cloud. Push titanium white in there. Wipe that brush off and do the same thing. Let's pull it down, and then we're going to blend it. You can shape your cloud when you pull it down. You can make it big or keep it small. All right, let's blend that in now. Just at the bottom. I think if you've done the Bob Ross technique, you'll have an advantage to someone that's just starting out, because you know how oil paint works, so you have an advantage. Now, if you don't have a good finished look on your cloud, you could come in here and barely press the top of it just a little, just to keep that white, but you don't want to lose the brightness of that color, because this will give it a finished look now by tapping it. Let's see how that's looking. Yeah, it looks good. I'm getting some crazy light going on here, but you get the idea. Let's do another cloud below that one. We're kind of layering on top of each cloud, so let's do another one. Let's try and make it smaller though. We'll have it come down like this. Let's wipe your brush off and let it mix with the blue underneath. I'm going to fix my tops now. Get your blender brush. Same thing. You don't even have to be careful. You can actually shape your cloud as you're blending it if you want. Pull it in different directions. But you got to get a brush on it to soften it up. That's what turns it into a cloud. I like how it mixes with the blue underneath. Then you get different values in your clouds there. All right, so that's looking good. Can finish blending up in here. We already have some clouds back here that we put in earlier, coming from the sides. There you go. Let's see how that looks. Wow. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I think you can do it. Let's do our mountain now. I'm going to try and make the mountain as simple as possible. Let's start it right up in this cloud here, the main peak, with the black. Just outline the edge of a mountain with your knife. Just the top part of your mountain, and then we're going to use a brush to shape it. Just put 3 peaks on it. Just like that. Get about that much up there, and then now get a regular brush, any brush, and pull that color down and shape this mountain. Okay. Just like this. Just pull it down into the, we got color underneath it, so it's blending with it. Then we're going to put some snow up there. Pull it down like that, and then wipe your brush off, and then kind of blend it in a little bit at the bottom here. Okay. Just like that. Now let's get our palette knife. The palette knife is kind of cool. It's kind of shaped for putting snow on mountains and stuff. So we're going to put some snow up there with the titanium white. You just get a little roll on your the end of your blade, little roll of paint, and then start on the right side of your peak here and pull it down to the right, just like that. And then get a new roll of paint on your blade for the next peak. And let's do the same thing. Pull it down to the right. Get some more paint. This one. Just pull it to the right. Now I want to have a little more snow than what that is, so I'm going to do is start another, some more snow underneath there, and then underneath that one. Then I'm going to put a little more snow underneath that one there. And here, just like that. Now I'm going to mix a little blue with some white. And we're going to use this as our shade color on our mountain. Blue and white. And everywhere we have white, we're going to put blue next to it. We're just going to pull to the left. Get some more blue. You could leave some of the black up there if you want. You don't have to cover all the black if you don't want. But this color is like giving a mountain dimension, so just stay left of your snow. Move your knife wherever the white is. And there we go. Nice easy mountain there. Let's see how it looks in the camera. Yeah, it's not bad. I like it. Let's get your blender brush again. I keep losing mine. I just made a video not too long ago, and I know I had music on there that didn't have copyright, but YouTube said it was copyright claim. I think every time they hear any kind of music, they think they automatically put copyright claim on there. It's starting to drive me nuts. And I know the music wasn't copywritten, but their computers think it is. So here I am making another video. All right, there's our mountain. That looks cool. Wow. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do down here is I'm going to get some brown color. It's like burnt sienna, maybe with a little yellow ochre in it, but I want to put some brown color underneath our mountain here. Just underneath it, and then we're going to blend it into the mountain. We'll blend it into the mountain and it'll look like it's part of the mountain. But then we're going to put some trees back here. Grab your blender brush again, and now let's blend this brown into your mountain. Just at the top of the brown, just kind of blend it till it mixes in with the blue up there. Very good. All right, let's get our fan brush. I'm going to use a number 6 fan brush. And we're going to run some trees back here on top of that brown with the sap green. I mixed some black in my sap green to make it darker. And I put a little linseed oil on my brush so it comes off the brush easier. Let's just push in some distant trees on top of your brown back here. Make them small because we want that to look like it's far away. Just like that. Now with your brush, just come in here and pull up on the top of those trees. It'll make it look like treetops. See that? And it's kind of mixing with the mountain color to lighten them up a bit, which is what we want. So we don't want those trees to be too dark because they're far away. Just keep pulling up till you get a lot of treetops back there. Now wipe your brush off, your number 6, with a paper towel. Just wipe the excess paint off of it and come in here and at the bottom just scrub a little bit and pull some of that color at the bottom of your tree line. Just pull some color out. You can bring a little forward. Let it mix with the brown in front here. Just like that. Our water line's going to be here, but we're going to run some water from the back of these trees into the lake. All right, let's do some trees over here. How we do that, we got to establish some ground first down here. So let's punch in some ground right here. Okay. Some bushes, some ground, so we can run our trees off that. Let's fill up our brush with sap green and black. And we're going to do an evergreen tree right here, right on the edge of our mountain, right down to our bushes. And we're going to stay in the middle, and then stay small up here and keep pushing in the middle and come all the way down. Just push in the middle with this brush. When you get down here, then we can adjust it to the width we want. But I want to put another tree first, and then we'll adjust them. This is an easy way to make an evergreen tree. Just stay right in the middle, and then push harder as you come down, and you'll get wider automatically. Let's do another one. I got to reload up my linseed oil. I keep my brushes saturated with linseed oil, then it helps the paint come off your brush a lot easier. Let's put one, a smaller one, right on the side here. And use the corner of your brush and just push in the middle. Follow that line all the way down by pushing in the middle of it, and they get wider at the bottom. Just like that. I do there's a lot of different style trees I do, but this is an easy one to learn for a beginner. Just take your knife and run it straight up to put a point on there. Let's see, I can show you how to do a reflection. Let's finish putting some water down here. And we'll do a reflection of these trees and this water down here. So let's pull some of this out first. Put some bushes right here. Got some bushes there. All right, so now let's do a reflection of all this into the water. So we got these bushes here, so just pull down those bushes there. And with this tree, just come down like this one here, just come down. We got one here. Let's get some more color on there, and then just kind of like make a triangle and fill it in. A triangle. It doesn't have to look exactly like the tree up there, but just get some color in the water that looks like that. Now we're going to get our blender brush. Get your blender brush and then lightly blend what's in the water back and forth. Wipe your brush off occasionally. And let's blend this. And then there you got a reflection. Can you see that? I think you can. Now with your knife, let's put a water line underneath our bushes and our trees right here with titanium white. Very good. You can put a few water lines down here, but not too much. We don't want to ruin our reflection there. So, very good. I like that. I'm going to keep this one simple, so we're just going to do a couple more trees over on this side. Let's put our bushes, our land down here, though, down at the bottom. Then we can run our trees from here. We'll put a big one, not as tall as these, maybe a little smaller. So let's run a trunk down to our bushes. We're going to use the same style tree. Just push your corner of your brush right in the middle of that line that you made. Stay in the middle and then get wider as you come down. Okay. Let's do another one, and then I'll show you how we adjust our branches. Let's put another one right here. Maybe at an angle. Push right in the middle. Get wider at the bottom. Very good. Let's put some points on there. When you put your points on, make sure your knife is clean, and then run it down in your color, and then just pull it up. Pull up the point. Okay. And now you could come in here get some more paint on your brush, and you could make your branches wider down here, okay? Any way you want. You can adjust your branches, okay? It looks good. I really like that. We got to run a water line underneath. We're going to do a water line underneath our brown right here because I want to run some water from the back. So take some white, just like we did here, underneath your brown. Just put some white, just like that. Now let's bring a little forward so it looks like the water's moving. Okay, just like that. Now I'm going to use this knife. It's a different knife to run some water into our lake. You just put a little white on the tip of it, and then we're going to wiggle some paint down so it looks like we got some water flowing from back there into the lake, okay? If you want to have another one, you can. We can put one over here so there's more water coming into the lake. Just like that. Now what we're going to do to finish up the piece, it's an easy piece. This is more of a beginner's piece. There's not much to it. 5 trees, 1 piece of land, a mountain, and clouds. Once you learn how to do all that, man, you can do any kind of landscape you want. Let's we're going to highlight our trees now, because our trees just look flat, right? There's no dimension to them. So put some titanium white on your fan brush, and the white is going to mix with the green. This is actually green, it's not black. So, and then we're going to come down the right side of our tree, just on the right side, and push some white into it, okay? It'll mix with the green underneath and get lighter, and it'll give our tree dimension, okay? You could use yellow as well. I just like to use white. Because after this painting dries for a week, I come back in and add more. I'll add more colors to it. This is pushing in titanium white, just on the right side here. Okay, we want to leave some of the dark color on the tree. That's what gives it dimension. So it looks like the light is hitting here, see? Very good. And we got some bushes down here. We want to just take some titanium white and just kind of hit maybe on the tops of these bushes, okay? Just the tops. Leave the bottom dark down there. There you go, guys. If this is your first time watching, I hope you enjoyed that. And I want to thank everybody for subscribing. My plan is to, as we move on in the future, I want to get more into Impressionism. Okay? We want to do more Impressionism landscapes. And I think as the time goes on, we'll evolve and we'll get much better. So go ahead and subscribe because they got a good future for us. But there's one for a beginner. And I hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe and we'll see you on the next video. All right. Thanks, guys.